56-yarder. It's got, no, does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow.
Welcome to the Press Box Podcast. My name's Joe, and with me it's Tony again.
Hello.
It's the two-man dream team. Hashtag Team Snapback to Reality.
Hashtag Snapback to Reality.
Let's get that trending on Twitter, on that tweeter.
Let's get at least one tweet. Let's start low.
Yeah.
That's not from one of us.
Yeah. So Ethan, that means you. You can't do that. By the way, Ethan's here. He's our live studio audience, but he's just not part of it. He's sick.
He's not feeling the best today.
No. Which I guess you could say Aries is feeling the same way, because he just got released from WWE. I don't understand that.
I don't get that either. I thought he had a pretty good thing going with Neville.
Yeah, he did, but WWE's just like, release Austin Aries. It's like, why?
I mean, I like Neville.
So much with him.
I like Neville as the cruiserweight, as the king of the cruiserweights.
You didn't say it right. He's not the king of the cruiserweights. It's the king of the cruiserweights.
I never usually watch 205 Live, so
I don't watch it either. It's just every time he steps onto Raw, because Raw is the only one that can have cruiserweights on it. It's just like, please.
No, it's after SmackDown too, I guess. But
It's after SmackDown, but it's not like part of SmackDown.
Nah.
There's no cruiserweights section on SmackDown.
Let Raw have something.
Raw has nothing. They have Braun Strowman.
I like Strowman.
Yeah, I like him too. I think a lot of people like him because, well, he's beating up Roman Reigns, enemy number one of the WWE universe.
I don't know. When he popped out of that ambulance, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? He got a pretty big pop.
Which one, Roman Reigns or?
Yeah, Reigns.
Oh, that's fake. That's what's his name right there?
It's fake.
That's what's his? I can't remember his. Kevin Dunn. That's Kevin Dunn pumping in fake audience things. He's just laying audio over audio. So.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. From what I've seen, people post stuff on YouTube and everything, the videos, it's always like Roman Reigns appears, boo, but on TV you hear, yay, Roman Reigns.
They gotta realize, I mean, Roman Reigns is always gonna be in the main event picture.
Why? But why though?
That's how they built him up.
Yeah, well, they should really deconstruct him and have him battle for mid-card titles and not for top
I don't know.
Stuff.
I don't know about that. I think he's gonna be here to stay.
Where is Ty Dillinger? What happened to him?
He was in the what was it? The Independence Day Battle Royal Tuesday.
Yeah, but before that, what was he doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's the perfect 10 though.
They need to put him in the tag team with someone. I'm just putting this out there. Put him with Sami Zayn.
I feel like we've talked about that before.
We did 2 weeks ago.
Or they should have him go for the U.S. title.
Oh yeah, I could do that. But wait, he's a Canadian going for the U.S. title. Haven't they already done that with, Sami Zayn?
Everyone.
Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho.
Every non-American to win the U.S. title.
Yeah. I'm surprised Jinder Mahal doesn't have that along with the WWE title.
Yeah, we'll give him one.
Can you imagine if he had both titles? You Americans, you still do not.
I don't
Do
think
not
I'd
like
watch
me.
WWE anymore.
I am your United States champion, and you still do not like me.
Well, after Randy Orton beats him back down to the mid card,
I don't
and
know.
then Baron Corbin cashes in.
You know, I will not mind Baron Corbin being WWE champion.
I'm really happy. I really
As-
like that Corbin won the Money in the Bank.
As long as they give him like a nice, a good feud, and they build him up nicely.
I think what the feud is going to be is going to be him and Shinsuke.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm watching the Celtics game right now, the Summer League Celtics game against the Lakers. There's a Lakers fan who has the Lakers logo covered over with a piece of paper that says Nets on it. I'm just watching. I'm just like, just watching it, and all of a sudden I see that, and I was like, that's funny.
Didn't they just play the other night?
Celtics or Lakers?
Didn't they both play each other?
No. I can't remember who the Celtics
What am I
played.
thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to basketball.
Oh, you think I know? I think I know why he was wearing a Nets thing over his Lakers logo now. Because D'Angelo, he might have been wearing a D'Angelo Russell jersey, who got traded to the Nets earlier this year.
That's true.
Yeah, that's something we'll talk about later. We'll talk about trades, NBA
Now
trades.
they got Alonzo Ball,
Alright.
the Rookie of the Year, according to some people,
According to one person, not just some people, just one person,
aka his dad.
aka the mouth that never stops talking.
The mouth of the Big Baller brand.
God, they are on Raw 2 weeks ago, and I was like,
I actually enjoyed that segment. I thought that was funny.
he looked like a fool coming down to the ring.
He always looks like a fool. When he took his shirt off and he was in the corner shaking.
Oh boy, you better not be saying these words to me.
Did you hear the controversy though with his other son, LaMelo, I think his name is?
No, I didn't hear about that. What happened?
When you know how Miz and Lamar kind of got at each other?
Yeah.
When they were like squaring off, his son, I guess they picked it up on TV, said, "Beat that N-word's ass," and the cameras picked it up. So they weren't happy, and they're gonna review it or something.
I would hope so.
And I mean, you can't blame the young kid. I mean, he's just. You're probably never going to see the Ball family at WWE TV again.
No.
But I actually really enjoyed that segment. I thought it was actually pretty funny.
I don't like LeVar. I didn't like his whole thing with WWE. That's kind of just like, this is just gratuitous, okay? We've got enough of him on draft night, and then we're going to get him more? No, it's just gratuitous at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it either.
Unneeded.
I just thought it was funny. That's my personal opinion.
Like, well, like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
Yep. And we're still talking about wrestling. The thing we didn't mention is the new United States champion.
Yep, there's that. Happened at a house show.
We had, AJ Styles won that Independence Day Battle Royal to become the #1 contender. Mm-hmm. And then last night at a Raw live event, it was a Raw show in Madison Square Garden. He beat Kevin Owens for the U.S. title. So I wonder how that'll play into their plans.
That's interesting. I don't know. My question is, will they acknowledge it on SmackDown?
Well, they're going to have to.
I mean, there's always this thing called kayfabe where they just give the belt back to Owens. So you're going to drop it at Battleground and blah, blah, blah. Even though everybody already knows you lost the title.
I mean, they got YouTube videos up and everything, so I don't think they're going to do that.
It's on Snapchat. That's the problem.
Yeah, they also have 2 videos of showing Styles win the belt.
Yeah.
And he has a little interview after. So, I mean... Well, wasn't it... God... I think it was like Primo and Epico, like 6 years ago, that won the tag belt at that house show.
Oh, no, I had to look it up on...
Yeah, it was back when they were with Rosa Mendez, when she was still around. When she was their manager, escort, whatever you want to call her.
Oh, Derek. Derek. He just posted something on the RT Facebook group. It says, "Dear RTX community members," and it's a picture of a black guy saying, "Y'all niggas better be drinking water."
Yep, I saw that earlier.
I'm gonna see all these pictures of the people he met, and I'm gonna be mad because I wanted to go so bad this year.
Yeah. What we got next year? We'll have the first ever Freezer Bright panel.
Let's see. He met Spool,
It's about 3 people.
Craig. I don't know who this other lady is. I don't know who that is. Gavin.
I think it was a lot of people from Day 5.
Don't know who that is. Oh, he met Mr. Diddles.
Oh no. Some might say he is Mr. Diddles.
You know what they say? It's always time to diddle.
That's why he wears 2 watches.
Yep. Also, do not diddle kids.
Oh.
Do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids.
All right. So what else we got to talk about in the world of sports?
Great Balls of Fire is this Sunday.
Great Balls of Fire.
Which reminds me, we gotta do some predictions for that. Just let me pull it up. I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't in Nashville.
I thought it was in Nashville.
No, it's not in Nashville.
Where's it at then?
I have no idea.
Let me give
I
it
think it's like Texas somewhere. But I'm not sure.
Let me go to the old Google. Great Balls of Fire. WWE Great Balls of Fire.
I want to say
it's in
Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
So if Derek and Adam really wanted to, and they had like millions of dollars to spend, they could get a plane out of Austin and go to Dallas.
They could probably drive there. It's not that far of a drive, I don't think.
I think it might be 2.5 hour drive or something like that.
I mean, that's not bad.
No. But they could get there and go to Great Balls of Fire too.
Oh, yeah, and they got to get tickets.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not sold out.
I'm actually really excited for the Samoa Joe Lesnar match.
It's lining up to be a good match.
I kind of hope Samoa Joe beats the piss out of him. It'd be nice if Raw had a champion, that was actually there every week.
I'm trying to get the match card, but Bleacher Report's being an ass. Alright, here's the match card, okay? We're going to start with this. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt.
Rollins.
You think Rollins is going to win?
Rollins, the Kingslayer. I like both guys. I wish Bray would have held the WWE title longer. I felt that was really disappointing.
I think everybody wanted that.
But I like Rollins a little bit more.
I think WWE is going to give Rollins a push. They give him the win here, so I'm going to say Rollins too. But it would be so nice to see Wyatt get a win and then move on to in a championship picture. Maybe not for the Universal Championship yet, but maybe Intercontinental Championship.
Well, the problem with that is you got to get through Dean Ambrose.
Or Miz.
Or Miz. I mean, Ambrose is the number 1 contender.
Yeah.
Which I prefer Miz over Ambrose. I don't think Ambrose is a very good Intercontinental Champion.
I mean, he was United States Champion too. You got to remember that.
Yeah. That was back in the Shield days, though.
Yeah. Which I've heard from dirt sheets and everything that they may reform the Shield soon because all 3 guys are on Raw. So it's like one of those why not things. Like, oh look, we got all 3 guys here on the same roster. Let's make the Shield again.
That would be interesting to how they played it out. How they're like, how are we going to get these 3 guys back together?
I say you reform the Shield in a completely different, with one of the same guys with 2 different guys.
I mean, they always say Rollins was the architect. So
yeah, so you have Rollins remake the Shield. You can't have Finn Balor in it because of Balor Club and everything. Ooh.
Why don't you grab somebody like Heath Slater and who's another mid-card jobber on Raw?
Enzo Amore.
Or how about Big Cass? Do it with Cass.
I mean, that'd be interesting.
Seth Rollins.
Heath Slater and
Heath
you have to
Slater
break up. You have to break up Beauty and the Man Beast though in order to do that.
Rhino's over.
Oh man, Celtics are close to losing this one. Down up by 4.
Slater actually had a pretty good match against Miz Monday.
Yeah, he did.
I like Slater.
Okay, so question. Miz has got this whole new Miztourage thing, right?
Oh yeah, with fucking Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas.
Hey, at least they're on TV now, doing something.
The Miztourage.
Kill me with that name, but it's something for those two anyway. Do you think Dean Ambrose will try to get 2 guys to help him out and call him like I don't know?
They just be like Ambrose's dudes. Like these are my dudes.
Yeah,
I mean, you really can't expect much from Ambrose.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe him and Slater could form something.
Yeah, 2 little stables.
Him, Slater, and Rhino.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Against Miz and the Miztourage.
If only if the Miztourage could get the push like Damian Sandow did.
Yeah, I miss Sandow.
Sorry, Damian Mizdow.
Mizdow. What's he doing nowadays?
I think he was calling himself like Aaron Rex or something like that, and he's on what used to be called TNA, but it's now called GFW.
Oh.
So that's the last I heard of him. He was on he signed with TNA and he made his debut with TNA or GFW, whatever you want to call it. I'm still going to call it TNA because that's what I've known him as.
I wouldn't mind seeing him come back. He was pretty. I like the intellectual savior of the masses.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him return at like a Royal Rumble or something.
I always thought they had a missed opportunity with him and Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, they did. Rhodes Scholars.
That was a great tag team.
Here's the problem though. There's an actual trucking company called Rhodes Scholars.
Really?
So I think they may have been getting guff from the trucking company saying like you can't use that. We've already
change the name then. You know, Sandown Rhodes, or just make it something stupid.
I want Cody Rhodes back on WWE so bad right now, but he seems so happy with New Japan and wherever he's wrestling.
I think he'll be back one day.
One day, but not anytime soon. Just like CM Punk, he'll be back maybe one day, but just not anytime soon.
Let him do his stuff on the indie scene or New Japan Pro Wrestling, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
I did like that because he won that world title not that long ago, that Goldust tweeted at him. It was like, you know, it may not be here or something, but you're finally a world champion.
Yeah, Dad would be proud.
Yeah.
You know,
you go ahead. That's what I feel is going to drive him back to WWE, is going to be for his dad.
Yeah.
For what his dad did for that company, I think he'll be back at some point.
I want him to come back with like the just like not wearing it, but having a Goldust outfit. He's like, you all remember me back when I wore this suit.
Fucking Stardust outfit.
Well, remember this. And he takes a lighter out and just lights the thing on fire and just goes up in a flame.
He played that character very well.
You know, when they pitched the idea to him, and I think I've talked about this before, they pitched the idea to him
about being a superhero.
Yeah.
And they turned out to be a total joke, but he went with it for however long he was.
Yeah. I think he's just like, after a while, he's just like, I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired.
And I honestly love the Crossroads as a finishing move.
Oh, yeah. He called it when he was Stardust, he called it the Queen's Crossbow because, well, he was going against Oliver Queen, a.k.a. what's his name from Arrow?
Yeah.
Stephen Amell. I couldn't think of his name off the top of my head.
Didn't he lose that match, too?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I would have
lost.
I would have left, too.
I'm trying to remember who it was. It was
the Arrow dude and Neville.
Yeah, it's against Stardust and someone else. I can't remember who it was. Who his partner was.
Because weren't Stardust and Goldust were tag team champions at one point, weren't they?
Yes. I think so. I don't know.
I think I remember something.
And now Goldust has gone back to being like, weird, creepy.
I like weird Goldust.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
I like weird Goldust.
I just wish he'd go back to like wearing like the Ric Flair robe with the wig and everything.
The fucking blonde wig.
Yeah.
That's the Goldust I remember growing up.
I just want him to like, because Booker T's on commentary for right now because one of the commentators is out with pregnancy or whatever. His wife's pregnant or something, having a kid, and I just want him just like when they're talking about something, just Goldust come up behind Booker T and go, "We could be the tag team champions again, Booker."
I'd watch a Booker T match. Get a spin-a-rooney going.
Oh, I want to see Booker T just do one more spin-a-rooney. Just one more. Oh man, this is a close. Celtics won.
Aw, now you ruined my night.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're winning 85-81 in the fourth quarter with 3.4 seconds left to go.
No, man. Lonzo Ball.
All right.
Hit a three, get the ball back.
Lonzo Ball hits it from behind half court. His dad runs on the floor, starts yelling at the referee, saying that should be counted as 5. And the referee's like, okay, just do it. Don't still hurt me.
Actually, I just went on ESPN now, and Lonzo Ball has a triple-double.
Yeah.
11 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists.
Jason Tatum, though, has got 29 points. No assists, though. But he's got, like, 11 rebounds, too.
But you got to be a team player.
Yeah. I mean, rebounds counts. Rebounds counts for something. Second chance points.
Second chance points.
Which is what the Celtics really need. The Celtics really needed a rebounder, and I'm happy that they got a couple of guys that can do rebounding.
Well, you're talking about your Celtics. Talk about their big acquisition in the offseason.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. We got to finish the match card for it. It's Great Balls of Fire. We only got one. We got more. We got Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys in an Iron Man match.
In a tag team Iron Man match?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's interesting.
I wouldn't mind seeing Cesaro and Sheamus get the titles back.
They have the titles.
Do they?
Yes. They're the ones with the titles right now. Hardy's lost it. What was the Payback? I think Payback was the last Raw one.
They lost it in the fucking steel cage match. That's right. Yep. I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
Well, either way, I want to see. I like having Cesaro and Sheamus. They need to. I wish they would break those two up and push Cesaro.
I want Cesaro to be pushed to the moon, but WWE's like, no, he's not good enough talker. And it's just like, stop, just push him to the moon. You did it with Roman Reigns, and he's not that great of a talker. Do it with Cesaro.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy of WWE. We won't push one of our stars, and we'll push the other one because, well, he's related to The Rock and a Wahi family. So.
Cesaro would get over, so he already is over.
I know he is. He's good as a face or as a heel. It doesn't matter what role he plays. He's just excels in both of them.
Yeah, just for how fucking strong he is.
Celtics won.
Oh, game over. Good night, everyone.
So you want Cesaro and Sheamus to retain?
Yeah.
Here's a problem I'm having with that. I want Cesaro to continue having a championship around him, but if the Hardys don't get the tag titles back soon, in some way, I think they're just gonna fall off like what happened with the Dudleys, and it's gonna be sad again.
I don't know, man. The Hardys are a lot bigger than the Dudleys.
I mean, if you had the Dudleys and the Hardys in there right now, you would have some great matches still going on because those guys, they just always had chemistry in the ring with each other.
Well, let's say Cesaro and Sheamus win.
Okay.
And that puts, they push the Hardy Boys at the back of the line.
They really.
What other tag teams are on Raw?
Slater and Rhino.
Slater and Rhino, they broke up Golden Truth. They broke up Enzo and Cass.
Yeah. I think you still got the club.
I forgot about Anderson and Gallows.
Who hasn't? They've been so misunderused.
Yeah.
And I think I guess you can count the Miz Taraj as a tag team now. I guess.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
Well, maybe the Hardys will win, so it'll keep that feud going a little longer until they maybe get another tag team on there.
If the Hardys lose, okay? If they lose, they need to break. Matt Hardy needs to go back to being broken Matt Hardy. It needs to happen.
Well, I think an Iron Man match. I think an Iron Man match favors Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think they're gonna retain. That's my thing. I think they're gonna retain. It's just that if WWE doesn't get the titles back onto the Hardys soon, I just fear they're gonna fall off like what happened with the Dudleys. That's just my fear right now.
Yeah, well, the Dudleys had a decent feud with the Wyatts.
Yeah, they lost like almost every match though.
Yeah, but they brought back Tommy Dreamer for a match, and that was pretty cool.
And Rhino.
I like Tommy Dreamer.
Mm.
ECW.
You know, I was a little too young to get into the ECW thing, so I never quite watched it. I can go back on WWE Network and watch all the ECW stuff though.
Yeah, when it came back in 2006, I was I watched a little bit of it, but then again, I was young too. And that was a little bit more risque back then.
Yeah.
Back when it had Kelly's expose, where she would just dance and strip for 10 minutes and then it'd be over.
That sounds like a great use of her talents.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't complaining.
You got a point. Alright, I think we should start moving on again because we're getting a little...
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah. Alright, next match, according to the match card, is Neville versus Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm saying Neville wins.
I think Neville wins too, but I kind of want to see the other guy win.
You want Akira Tozawa to win?
Yeah, I wasn't going to try to pronounce it.
I don't want him to win just because I don't like Titus O'Neil and his whole the Titus O'Neil brand. It's just like LeVar Ball.
I was gonna say I think they're using that to mock LeVar Ball.
I know for a fact they are. So it's just like I don't want to deal with this anymore. Just please let Neville win.
I don't watch the Cruiserweight, so I really don't have an opinion. But let's go with Neville.
Yeah, safe bet. Safe bet's Neville.
I liked him back when he was the man that gravity forgot.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Next is The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the IC Championship. I say The Miz wins with help from The Miz Taraj.
I'm gonna have to agree, but I think Slater and Rhino come down and help Ambrose.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a disqualification of some kind.
I think Curtis Axel gets a gore. I'm putting that prediction on the line right now. Curtis Axel gets gored by Rhino.
Or Cordis Axel.
Cordis Axel might get gored too.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I think the Miz is going to retain the IC title. I just don't see him losing it. Not to Dean Ambrose at this point.
I want to see him move on to a new feud.
Yeah, definitely. Ambrose needs to go off and do something else for a while.
Yeah, let him do something wacky.
Maybe help Roman Reigns beat up Braun Strowman.
Maybe that's how they reunite the Shield.
Yeah.
Reigns gets Rollins and Ambrose to help him.
Yeah.
And then Wyatt is going to help Strowman, and then Eric Rowan comes back from SmackDown, and it's the Shield versus the Wyatts again. Speaking
of which, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns in an ambulance match. Who do you think wins it?
I hope Strowman, but Reigns is going to win.
I'm saying Strowman wins. If Strowman loses, I'm going to be mad. I'll be mad.
I want Strowman to win, but I know how the WWE works, and they're going to give it to Reigns.
No, I don't want to give it to Reigns. I want him to pat the back of the ambulance, and as it's pulling out, Strowman just busts out of the back, just starts beating up Roman and throws him back in there.
He busts out of the back. I'm not finished with you yet.
Yeah, exactly. Or the stupid thing that probably was going to happen with WWE. Braun Strowman puts Roman Reigns in the back of the ambulance, past the back of it. But then he's like thinking about it, tells the ambulance to stop, opens the back of the door, and yells, "I'm not finished with you yet!" And ends up losing that way. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And now I hate myself for bringing that up, because for some reason I think WWE is picking my brain. They're like, "Oh, that's a good ending to the match. Let's use that." I'll be mad. I'll be mad if that ends up happening. I'll be like, "I called it. I have the evidence that I called this before it happened."
No, unfortunately, I think Reigns will win. I don't want him to, but he's the golden boy of Raw, so...
Kill me.
Then I think as soon as... Well, I'll talk about it later. I have a prediction to make later.
Alright. Next match is Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. My money is that Bliss retains. It moves on to face, like, Nia Jax for the title at the next Raw pay-per-view.
I like Bliss as a champion. I think she plays that role very well.
You know what I just realized?
What?
The next Raw pay-per-view is going to be a shared pay-per-view because it's SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see what happens then.
But I think Alexa Bliss is very good on the mic as a heel.
Yeah. Her wrestling skills could still use some work, but...
Yeah, but she pulls it off, though.
Oh, my fantasy team just got some major points because Steven Strasberg threw in shutout.
Like, she may not be as good of a wrestler as Sasha or any of the other women on that roster, but she's enough that she's not a joke like Lana was.
Or... No, well, yeah. I was going to say, or they like Dana Brooke.
I like Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke does like this insane flip coming out for her entrance now. So it's like, that's cool.
Or like what, Mickey James is on the roster too that really hasn't been used. Did you see the tweet that Nia Jax sent out after the Women's Money in the Bank pay-per-view got announced?
Oh yeah, I saw that. We talked about that on that before the Money in the Bank one.
Oh.
Wow. It's like
watch.
SmackDown knows how to use all of its women's wrestlers.
Ooh,
it's something like that. So it's just like...
Yeah, well, something along the lines of that.
She called them out, and it's just like, that's funny. Alright, moving on is Enzo Amore versus Big Cass.
As much as I love Enzo Amore,
Big Cass is going to win.
Big Cass is going to whoop him.
Big Cass is either going to win, or halfway through the match, Big Show's going to come down and help Enzo out.
Or Enzo's going to roll him up and win real quick.
Yeah, Big Show comes out on the stage, and Cass gets distracted, and Enzo just rolls him up for the win.
And then gets the shit beat out of him.
Yeah. And then Big Show comes and helps him.
Yeah. No, actually, Kurt Angle's going to come down and angle slam him.
Yeah, right. One more match between Kurt Angle. I'll take it.
I would love to see a Kurt Angle Daniel Bryan match.
Oh, if only Daniel Bryan could get cleared.
That would be a fantastic match.
You know, before he came back from WWE and Daniel Bryan was forced to retirement, they asked Kurt Angle, if you were to go back to WWE, which wrestler would you want to face today? And he's like, I really want a match against Daniel Bryan. I would really want a match against Daniel Bryan. If I were to end my career with that match, that'd be that'd be the best match I've ever had. And he said that.
I'd love to see Angle come out, the fucking American singlet on.
Yeah.
The whole crowd going, you suck. You suck.
Him with his American singlet and his gold medal. Can't forget that.
Oh, yep. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That'd be a good way to get the views going for SummerSlam right there. Just like you on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan's out there to make like an announcement for SummerSlam. All of a sudden, Kurt Angle's music hits.
I just realized that would be a GM versus GM match.
Yeah.
That would be great. I just realized that.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
Who wins, though?
That's a good question. No one, because Vince McMahon comes down, calls off the match entirely, and goes...
And fires them both.
And then they both beat up Vince McMahon. No chance! That's what you got!
It would be a simultaneous ankle lock and the no lock.
Yeah.
He called it no lock. Cool. What was it actually called?
Yes lock. It's the LaBelle lock. It's called the LaBelle lock.
I couldn't think of what the actual name
was. And I've mentioned this multiple times that they need to give Bayley a new finisher because the Bayley to Bayley just looks stupid.
It's just it's not a very... It doesn't... I feel like it doesn't enforce, like, you want a finishing move to, like, look like it hurts.
Yeah, and she doesn't have a submission move, so I'm saying just have her learn the LaBelle lock and rename it the LaBailey lock. And there you go.
There you go. Well, even Becky Lynch with the disarmor only has, like, what, the Bexplex or something like that? Isn't that what it's called? The Bexploder?
Yeah. Someone said something to LeVar Ball. I'm looking at the little ticker at the bottom of ESPN. It says something about LeVar Ball obscenity on Instagram or something like that. So it's just like, that doesn't surprise me.
What did that dumbass do now?
I don't know. I'm not going to focus on it. Because we still got one more match to go.
And it's the match.
The match. The main event. Brock Lesnar, or Bork Lobster, or Rock Lobster, Rock Laser, Bork Laser, whatever you want to call him, versus Samoa Joe for the Universal Championship.
Samoa Joe wins. Samoa Joe...
Yeah, Samoa Joe definitely wins.
Lesnar is going to try to do the whole Suplex City thing, and Samoa Joe's going to put him in the...
Coquina Clutch.
And
you know what I want to see Samoa Joe do to Brock Lesnar?
What?
The Muscle Buster. They have not shown that on WWE. He's done it in NXT, but since he moved up from WWE, they have not let him use the Muscle Buster. Can you imagine what that would look like on Brock Lesnar?
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
When Styles debuted, they teased the Styles Clash for like a month.
Yeah.
Before he finally got it off.
Yeah. Before he did it to James Ellsworth and nearly killed him because James Ellsworth didn't keep his chin out like he's supposed to. He tucked it in.
Well, he doesn't have one.
Yeah, that's true. It's another person I don't want to talk about ever again, unless it's in a good way, because right now it's just...
We got Miss Money in the Bank, Carmella.
I know Derek's happy about that. I'm not happy about that. I think it should have been someone else.
I like her winning that. She's definitely make a better opponent for Naomi than fucking Lana.
Yeah. You got a point there.
But I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how she handles that big push if she's getting it.
Yep.
Because every other woman in that match has been a champion, with Charlotte. Except for Tamina. I forgot about Tamina.
I think it's funny how that Daniel Bryan just keeps saying, if James Ellsworth doesn't get out of my face right now, I'm taking that title away from you. It's just like, she's not doing anything, but it's funny because James Ellsworth's just being a dick.
And they're going to have a third Money in the Bank ladder match.
They haven't done it yet. They haven't taken it away from her again, so there's that.
I'm still saying I want a women's Hell in a Cell match this year. Or next year, I guess.
They did one already.
Our Elimination Chamber, my bad.
Yeah, Elimination Chamber would be better. That'd be a good match.
Why not? They already had the Hell in a Cell. They've had a steel cage before, haven't they?
Yes. Here's the thing, though. Here's what I think is going to happen with WWE. WWE is like, well, Elimination Chamber's not that girly. How do we make it girly? Oh, wait, pink. I know. Let's make it pink.
Pink. I would definitely watch if it's a pink Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I want that in the new game.
A pink Elimination Chamber.
Well, that's what they did for, that table match between, what was it, Michelle McCool and Layla?
I don't know. Cool?
Yeah, whatever that Divas table match was, they had, a pink girly table. It had, butterflies on it.
I think WWE's moved on from that stage in their existence, though.
I love that they're actually letting the girls wrestle.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me that I miss the bikini contest.
I think that's part of every guy. To be honest.
It's everybody.
Every guy, not everybody, but like every guy's just like.
Let's throw it back to 2004 from one night.
Yeah. Let's have Vicky Guerrero come back. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I didn't. To be honest, I didn't like Dolph Ziggler back then when she was his manager. It's just like, oh no.
Oh.
She was Ziggler and Jack Swagger, who's no longer with WWE. She was their GM, or not GM, manager.
I like Jack Swagger.
He's gone.
I know.
He got released. He asked for his release, and they gave it to him.
The All-American American.
Apparently, who's also a racist.
We, the people. Well, that's what you talk about being American.
Yeah.
That's how you be an American, is you be racist.
You know, I'm an American, so I can say, I don't like those. Insert race here. Someone's gonna take that soundbite now, post it all over the internet, and make me seem like a horrible person. You know what? Do it. I don't care.
That's gonna come back to haunt you in 5 years when we're famous.
Yeah.
Look, Joe's a racist. Joe's a racist.
If by racist you mean I don't like watching NASCAR races, then yes.
Oh shit. Somewhere, wherever he is, Ryan just felt something.
Oh, he's gonna message on the thing later and be like, he's gonna message us on the messenger later and be like, I don't know why, but I just got the feeling somebody talks smack about racing again.
He's got a small chill down his spine and just went, somebody said something about NASCAR.
Somebody I know. Some people I work with.
I'm gonna put that in the messenger. I'm gonna be like, hey, Joe was talking shit about NASCAR.
I'm like, yeah, well, he can join the line because there's a lot of people.
There are, in fact, a lot of people. I actually think the race is going on tonight.
I don't know what it's called now, but last year it was called the Nationwide Series. I don't know what it's called now because they changed up everything.
It's the Xfinity Series.
Yeah.
That's like the secondary.
Yep. And then instead of it, well, let's see what Ethan says. Hey, at Ryan, Joe is talking shit on NASCAR right now. Well, thanks, Ethan.
Is that really what he said?
Yeah, that's exactly what he just wrote on there. Well, Ethan, I could talk a lot of stuff, but I choose not to because I'm a decent person. I'm a decent human being. At least that's what I like to think of myself as. Anyway, we gotta start moving on.
For the teams you root for, you're not a decent person.
I'm not gonna bring it up. You know, I told you earlier tonight I'm not bringing that up anymore. So, if you're wondering as to what we're talking about, you just go back to any other podcast that Tony's on, and you can probably figure it out for yourselves.
Yeah. I had to join a group with a bunch of fucking Patriot fans.
Not everyone here's a Patriots fan. Just me, Ethan, and Brent.
Yeah, the three loudest ones.
Well, Tony, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm personally apologizing to you, saying I'm sorry. Okay, I cannot vouch for either Brent or Ethan because, well, they're their own human beings and they can make their own decisions.
It'll all be rectified when Matt Ryan's holding that Lombardi Trophy up this year.
You say that.
I can hope at least, can't I?
You can hope. I can hope the Patriots win, but who knows what's going to happen.
Nobody fucking wants New England to win 6 Super Bowls. Not even New England fans want them to win 6 Super Bowls.
I'm a New England fan, and I do. I want to see them get as many Super Bowls as they can.
They're going to be like, God damn, I got to go to another fucking parade, Jesus Christ. Like the third one this week.
I'll take it. Dream all you want, Tony. That's what Ethan says.
Shut the fuck up, Ethan.
Oh,
I've been dreaming since I became a fan. I'll keep dreaming.
You know what you do? You live in Michigan, right?
I do.
Become a Detroit Tigers fan. Detroit Lions, my bad. No, Detroit Tigers, so the baseball team, so I was happy.
I like winning, so I'm not going to be a Lions fan.
If you like winning, you'll become a Packers fan.
No, I almost was a Packers fan.
What'd you do? You have a bunch of teams on a dartboard, and you threw a bunch of winning teams on a dartboard, and we're like, all right, whichever one this lands on, I'm gonna be a fan of. First throw lands on Patriots. Hell no, give me that dart back again. Second throw, Atlanta. Okay.
No, I never have became a fan. I've been a fan since 2002, 2001.
You know, there's a slight possibility I may have met Matt Ryan before he was quarterback of the Falcons.
Oh yeah, he went to Boston College.
Yeah, and I went to Boston one year for the 4th of July celebration, and some guys there from Boston College throwing a football around, and I joined in.
Maybe
it's a possibility. Like I said, it's a possibility. I don't know. I cannot say, oh, I met Matt Ryan before. He's a nice guy. I can't say that because there's a slight possibility he could have been, and there's a slight possibility that, probably not. Just
tweet at him, like, hey, were you playing football in Boston all those years ago?
In 2004, 2005, somewhere around there, at the 4th of July celebration type deal.
Oh, he wasn't. I mean, yeah, he would have been a freshman, maybe.
Maybe.
Because he got drafted in 2008.
Yeah. So it's a possibility. Like I said, there's a possibility. I don't think he was a starter at that time because I think he was, like you said, a freshman, so he might have been backup quarterback at that time.
I think when the new Madden comes out this year, I'm going to print out my own cover and put it on top of the game.
Just Matt Ryan.
I'm going to put a piece of shit on the cover and be like, oh, it looks just like Tom Brady.
You know, you talk a lot of smack about the best quarterback in the game, so...
I'm not talking anything about Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning's not the best quarterback in the game.
I'd take Manning over Brady any day.
I'd
take Eli over Brady any day.
You're just jealous. You're just jealous because your quarterback hasn't won anything.
He won an MVP.
Okay, well, so did Tom Brady.
We're not talking about Tom Brady.
Well, don't talk about him. Let's just move on. Let's move on to basketball. Let's just skip NFL because nothing's going on. Let's just move on.
I agree.
All right, we're moving on to the NBA, and this whole month really, has been nothing but NBA with trades and free agent signings and draft picks and all this other fun stuff. The big news for me, a Celtics fan, the Celtics signed Gordon Hayward to a 4-year, $128 million contract. But in order to make room for cap space for him to get the contract, they had to trade away Avery Bradley to the Detroit Pistons, and they got Marcus Morris back in the trade. And I think with those moves, I think the Celtics are going to be done for the offseason. I don't think they're going to be making more moves.
I saw a headline, I think it was either today or yesterday, about that people think the Celtics might have gotten worse this offseason.
Yeah, there's definitely that possibility.
Which I think is pretty funny.
Yeah. They've definitely stepped down in defense because Avery Bradley was a plus defender. I think he was an all-team defender, so there's that. He's a good scorer coming off the bench. So yeah, they might have gotten worse.
Did you see the deal that James Harden signed today?
I did not.
Let me see if I can.
The richest extension ever. It just says that in the lead. I'm on ESPN. Like I said, I'm watching ESPN.
Yeah,
it just said biggest extension ever.
Yeah, biggest extension ever. $228 million through the 2022-2023 season.
Jesus Christ.
Which is more than the contract Steph Curry signed a week ago, which was what, 201,000? 201 million?
Something like that. Hey, James Harden, if you're listening, you want to give us a loan? You can afford it.
Yeah.
You can afford to give us a loan.
That's crazy how much money that is.
Oh, man. 4-year extension through 2022-23 season. Extension is Supermax deal that guarantees Harden an NBA record of $228 million over the next 6 seasons.
I saw something with the deal that Curry signed. Or it was Curry, Blake Griffin, and somebody for the Raptors. It was like $473 million. It's as much money as 20 starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Jeez. Definitely more than Tom Brady's contract because he keeps taking pay cuts, but we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about the
always
NBA.
gotta fucking bring up Brady.
I'm sorry.
We could be talking about fucking anything.
I'm sorry.
Look at this piece of grass. You know Tom Brady has grass in his yard, right? And there it is.
Oh, Tony. I'm not talking about anything else but Tom Brady.
Dear Madden God, you know what to do.
You know what to do. Tony's calling it. Oh, Tony, if you're right, I'll buy you a shirt, okay? If he ends up, like, being worse than he was last year, I will get you a shirt. I will buy you a shirt from the RT store.
Woo!
But we really gotta wait for the entire season.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll see when the Dolphins win the AFC East.
Oh, jeez. That's not even a joke. That's just like... That's like bringing them too much false hope for them.
When the New York Jets beat Tom Brady, when they sweep the Patriots this year.
Right. Okay. Who's their quarterback?
Christian Hackenberg's going to go out and throw 5 touchdowns and 440 yards to himself.
Right. Yeah, right.
Because the Jets don't have a receiver.
The Jets got nothing. That's why they're going to lose.
Yeah. You never know.
At least the Dolphins have a quarterback.
And a running back, and a good receiving core, and a good defense.
But still, they somehow managed to lose to the Patriots.
They made the playoffs last year.
You wonder who doesn't help that team at all? Nam King Soo. He doesn't help them at all whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, he's really fucking... No, not gonna say it.
He's a dirty player.
He is a dirty player. But he gets results.
He's the kind of guy who would step on Tom Brady's ankle just to break it and then take the fine or suspension or whatever and have the season.
If he does it, I'll pay it for him.
Right, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a large fine, sir.
I'll pay part of it.
I'll pay $1 of it.
I'll send him a check in the mail. Say thanks. You did us all a favor.
You did me a favor by putting Tom Brady out of action for a while. Thank you. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, okay? I would not.
No, I don't either.
I never wish
just talking shit.
Anyone. Yeah.
Just rattle his cage a little bit.
Yeah. I don't like this whole Warriors thing. I don't like it. If anyone here is a Warriors fan, I'm gonna be mad at them because it's just like, you guys just basically bought the championship. You went out and bought Kevin Durant.
But the sad thing is, they didn't. It's not Durant wanted to play for them. They built that team through the draft. They drafted Curry. They
did, but Durant went to them. They didn't really need Durant.
I can never remember Klay Thompson. I can never fucking remember Klay Thompson's name. Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. You could just call him the other Splash Brother.
Yeah, the other Splash Bro. And they got Draymond Green. They signed Nick Young.
Oh, yeah, Nick Young. Great player.
Swaggy P, is that what they call him?
Yes, they call him. I believe he was dating someone that every other person dates once in a while, and that's Taylor Swift.
Is he dating Taylor Swift?
I think at one point he was, but they broke up, and she wrote another song about him.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. That's for the other podcast to discuss, not this one. Anything going on for your favorite NBA team? Any moves?
I really don't follow an NBA team, but I'm starting to follow the Hawks more just because I'm starting to follow Atlanta teams.
Yeah.
And I just know that they're not going to be good next year.
No.
But who they lost with losing Dwight Howard, Paul Millsap, and Tim Hardaway Jr.,
They didn't lose Dwight Howard, K. They traded him away.
Oh yeah, but they still lost a piece of their team.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So I think, but they have a lot of draft picks coming up.
Who's that? The Hawks?
Yeah.
So the Celtics.
Yeah, they got just like the Celtics.
I know a lot of people aren't happy with it, but the Celtics basically robbed the Nets. We give you 2 aging stars, and you'll give us all these picks. Okay, that's kind of the net. That's on the Nets right there, though. That's their fault.
I mean, that's what did Paul Pierce say? That was like his going away present.
Yeah. He's coming back though. He's going to sign a 1-day contract sometime this year, and he's going to retire a Celtic.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, just like what Nomar did a couple of years ago. Red Sox signed him to a 1-day contract, now a 1-year contract, 1-day contract, and he retired.
What was that? Nomar?
Yeah, Nomar.
Nomar Garciaparra?
Yep.
I used to be a Red Sox fan back in the day.
To be. Keyword used to be.
Yeah. Back when they had like Josh Beckett. Pedroia was pretty young. Ortiz was still there.
That was before the chicken and beer incident, obviously, because after that, Josh Beckett kind of blew up, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Chicken and beer, please. It was. I think the problem was him, Lackey. There's another pitcher. I can't remember who it was, but it was just bad. That's a whole clubhouse issue there.
Yeah, but they got it fixed though.
They got it fixed. But here's my problem. They got John Farrell as a head coach now. They need a new head coach. It's nothing against Farrell, even though he's kind of a dick. He got married the first time, right? He left his first wife, for someone younger. It's kind of a dick thing to do.
What a player.
Yeah, sure. Player's the right word. And it's just like he's a pitching coach. He was a pitcher before. He was like not a very good pitcher. So he turned into a pitching coach, and now he's the head coach. And to be honest, if you're going to have a head coach or a manager, whatever you want to call it, it should be someone who's out there playing every day, like a catcher or another position player.
Yeah. It's
because they know what these players are going through, really. With a pitcher, you're pitching maybe one out of... If you got 7 games in a week, you're probably pitching twice if you're the ace or if you're the first person starting that week.
Yeah.
And especially a bullpen guy, you're not... Nah. Just bring up the Hunter Strickland. Just put that Hunter Strickland audio into there, Ethan. Me yelling at Ryan or whoever it was. Adam. It was Adam. I was yelling at Adam about that. That's right.
That's right.
Just put that in there, and you can explain why I don't think relief pitchers. It's not like I don't like relief pitchers. It's just like they're not used a lot.
I mean, they need them though.
They need them, but they're not used a lot sometimes. Like the Red Sox didn't use one relief pitcher today in their 1-0 loss to the Rays. They let Porcello go through a complete game.
I mean, if you've only given up 1 run, I mean, that's still a good outing.
Yeah. It is still a good outing. I'm not saying it's not a bad outing. I'm just saying there was no offense for him. He threw a nice game, but there was no offense being played. That's one of the things I don't like with Chris Sale. They got Chris Sale, great pitcher and everything, but sometimes they just don't have enough offense for him. It's like, this guy is giving you this wonderful performance, and you guys can't even get him runs. He has a winning record right now, but he should have a better record than what he has.
Yeah, but the Red Sox are kind of that team. I'm going to kind of compare them to the New York Giants in football. They're kind of always that team that could really are either going to be kind of bad, aren't going to do anything, or they're going to be there at the end.
Yeah.
And as a Patriots fan, I know you don't like the Giants, but
it's a better representation that way, because you don't like the Giants, and I'm comparing the Red Sox to the Giants. Ha 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 ha. I get you.
I mean, it's just one of those teams that, the Giants could be there, can do what they did to New England, and come out of nowhere and win the Super Bowl, or win 4 games. You never know with the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, this is kind of random. Did you see what the Carolina Panthers Twitter account did over the last couple days?
Nope. I don't follow them on Twitter.
I don't follow them either, but I just kept seeing about it. And if you go back, let me see, I'm going through it right now. Where the hell is this? It was a couple days ago. But it was a tweet they sent out. They're like, hey, go back and read the first word of every of our tweets for the last couple days. And if you go back and read the first word of their tweets, it's the opening lyric to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a story all about how my life got
flipped and turned upside down. I love
yeah,
take a moment, just sit right there and I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air.
Yeah, and it's crazy like that.
I'm not going to finish it. I really want to finish it because it's one of those things that's like, I just can't let go and ignore because it's just eating away at me. I just want to finish the rest of the song.
I love that. I love that show.
It's not on anymore. What do you mean you love it? You used to love it.
I mean, I still love it now. It's a great show.
Yeah. It's like, I love watching the old, like, the scenes from a hat things from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Because those are just funny. And it's just like, it's not on anymore, though. You can't find it anywhere.
I need to watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
When I was younger, I saw it, and I was like, well, I'm not going to watch this. This isn't funny. But now I'm like, I've seen clips, and it's like, wow, that's actually kind of funny.
Like,
well.
Yeah.
Anything else we can talk about?
I'm trying to think. Is there any other things besides, well, hockey, but I'm not too keen on hockey. That's another Ryan thing. That's what he's usually focused on. He usually focuses on NHL and NASCAR.
Is there even hockey going on right now?
There's trades and stuff and signings and whatnot.
Oh, I know I don't know if you talked about it, another big free agent thing was the Timberwolves getting Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah, that was a trade. There's like, oh, the Celtics are going to get him, and all of a sudden, Timberwolves get him, and everyone's like, what? It's just like, I didn't want him on the Celtics anyway. It's not what they needed. The Celtics need like a Dwight Howard, just someone to get the rebounds and stuff.
Well, Dwight Howard's in Charlotte now with the Hornets.
Ryan, watch the Hornets.
Playing out there with Kemba Walker.
Yeah. He needs to find a different team. He's a good player, but he needs to find a different team.
Yeah, he would get used a lot more on a better team.
Yeah, like the Knicks.
Maybe. No, the Knicks are fucking trailer fire.
Yeah. Well, they got rid of the guy who started the trailer fire and Phil Jackson, so...
Yeah, but they're going to get rid of Melo and probably Porzingis, too.
No, they're saying they're keeping Porzingis. They're going to build around Porzingis.
Yeah, until he dips out, until he leaves in a couple years.
Yeah. That's a big possibility. He could move to the Celtics. Who knows? I don't.
Maybe. Go from New York to Boston.
Yeah. It's not that long of a drive. If I really wanted to, I can get there in a day.
Oh, aren't you cool?
No, I'm not cool. That's the problem.
That's why you do internet podcasts, because you're not cool.
Exactly. If I were cool, I'd actually be out drinking or something with my friends. Besides you guys. You guys are my friends, too. That sounded bad. I'd actually be out with my friends instead of you're doing this. You guys are my friends, don't get me wrong. Ethan, I swear to God, if you put a picture of me in the video and start scribbling parts of me out, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be pissed at you.
Well, now you gave him the idea.
That takes a lot of editing, though, and he's sick, so I don't think he wants to do that.
Oh, what do you say?
If we were cool, we'd be at RTX. Thank you, Ethan. Thanks. You know how to take a man who's feeling actually starting to forget about RTX and just kick him right in the nuts and go like, oh yeah, RTX. Thanks. Oh. Just stating facts. Well,
I think that's a good response.
you're telling me Derek and Adam are cool? I don't believe you.
Uh-oh. Adam's typing.
Well, screw you too, Tony. Oh, Adam's in the Skype too, and he's
Yeah.
typing. Oh man, Adam, what are you doing here?
I think I just got fired.
You can't fire you. It's a group. It's a group thing. Oh man, we should really end this soon because there's nothing left to talk about. We've covered it.
Uh-oh. This might be my final episode.
It's not. It's not. I won't let them fire you. You can't get rid of Team Snap Back to Reality as easily as that.
Adam just said, "Bitch, we the coolest."
That's funny. Well, I'm gonna die.
Well, we should probably end this up then.
Yep. All right. Thank you all for joining us. If you like what you heard, comment, like, subscribe to the Freeze Up Bright page. We used to be called the Press Box page, but now the Freeze Up Bright page. Also, we're gonna start making more content, so be on the lookout for that. This is out, and we got a heist coming out, so just be on the lookout for those things, and we'll see you all next time. Until then, I've been Joe, and this has been Tony.
See ya.